we were actually going to sleep and there was this sound.
Like a mouse was rattling next to our heads.
So we went look for in the morning time where the mouse is, but it wasn't the mouse.
Do you know what it was? It was a bat. Kalimera, beautiful people. We are Sara and Joni from Vantastic.
We have actually lived in that van for 8 years and traveled to Europe.
And we have enjoyed this gorgeous Robinson Crusoe beach for a while.
No need for salt in the boiling water because you can get the sea water.
While Joni is taking care of the potatoes, I will prep some side dish salads for us. Look how good looking food we have, and we decided to try to eat outside. Even there's a bunch of bees and wasps and flies.
Yay! Our homemade ice cream.
Yeah. It's not the healthiest one because it has a lot of peanut butter, but there's no added sugar, so in that sense it's kind of healthy. Ingredients are bananas and then cocoa powder.
To make it a cocoa ice cream.
Yeah, and then the peanut butter, non-sugary one, and just mix it all together and put it in the freezer. So it becomes not very lovely looking, but it tastes surprisingly similar to banana chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, it's really close to that. It's if you eat it, your eyes closed, you cannot tell which is which.
But this has a tiny hint of salted caramel taste because we have been using the seawater to do our dishes, so it leaves
a little bit of salty taste to every meal that we eat.
Yeah, because we absolutely love this place, but it's kind of far away from the water spots.
But the nearest water spot is like, I think, 5 kilometers away. There is a small town in the mountains there, and they have really good water there. It's actually on the spring there, in the middle of the town.
We came to this mountain small town in Evia to take a spring-fed water. The roads here are kind of narrow, but it's totally doable with a camper. There is a tap, but we don't take that water. We rather take free-floating water from there because it's not chlorinated and it tastes so much better.
Yay, good tasting water again. But we didn't find any like public water taps anywhere else.
Around here.
But only there where the source is.
Yeah, and we know when we run out of our fresh water, we need to leave this place, so we don't want that to happen yet.
No, we are saving water as much as possible.
Yeah, and using the salty water for everything.
Yeah, just around the corner of our camping place is this really nice hotel. Really nice hotel. I think this is all-inclusive hotel, and they have the best beach of this whole peninsula here. But luckily in Greece there's a law that 5 meters from the shore it's a public area. So all these are public beaches. So you can come walk here. We were actually stopped by guard while we came to the hotel area that we need to only be on the beach side, not going in the hotel. And we said, okay, we just walk past the beach. Yeah, and that's what we did.
Don't throw away this sliding mosquito net. If the strings are broken, you can fix it quite easily. Just buy a new rope. Wire does not work because it eats the holes in the net and breaks the whole thing. So we are going to once again fix our mosquito net and not buy a new one.
And most important part when you're starting the whole thing, don't take out the strings before you know how they move on that net, because otherwise you will be having a lot of hard time figuring out how it works.
almost done the most annoying part, so putting the wire between those tiny little holes. Then we just have to put the sliding thingy here. And I absolutely love these van cars because of the open concept. I love this big sliding door because it gives so much room.
In van life, everything has to have a multi-purpose, so this is where we keep our water related stuff. But when we have a laundry day in a van, we use it to do laundry. Yeah, just boiling hot water inside of the van and doing hand laundry. Hand laundry is really easy. It takes 20 minutes. I wouldn't buy any machine for that because it's solely for laundry, that machine. And we use our stove to boil the water. Usually 3 of these is enough for quite a large amount of laundry. Again, multi-purpose. We make our laundry with a hand soap. So we are usually making like t-shirts and underwear with the hands just to longer our life in here in Ireland before we have to go to the laundromat. And it's really easy. It works wonders. You just need a little hotter water than normally. But this is a good substitute to any other detergent. And then dumping the washing liquid here, far away from the water. If you're traveling in Europe, don't throw away your old phones. That's because there's always local apps that you need. If you have like a Android phone, your new one, that is registered to your home country, you cannot actually install all the apps that are locals. Then you can have the old one and set the country to where you are and install the local apps. Android upped the security like 2 weeks ago, and you cannot manually install apps anymore to the phones. So for example, local apps. So that's why good to have one old phone to install local apps. For example, we have a Vodafone CU prepaid at the moment. There's this really childish game that you play to have crystals, and with those crystals you can get actually really good sale on the data packets. When you play, you can get like 3 unlimited days. For example, now I just got 5,000 crystals and I got 1 day of unlimited data. And are you noticing something that we are missing from the door? That we stopped at filming? Yeah, we got fed up with this one. So we didn't install it back. We bought too little amount of the wire and couldn't fix it and just got fed up, and Sarah will buy a duvet curtain to it.
Lace curtain. You know those Instagram pictures with the white interior vans, and they have the white mosquito net here floating in the air, and I always thought, that could never work because you cook food there, the curtain will be so dirty and ugly looking, and it does not stay white. But now I saw one picture, my friend that lives in a van, Tuula, Mirrit retkeilee. She did put a black lace curtain here and just normal curtain rod and some magnets, I think, all around the curtain, and it looked fabulous because black is the key in van life. It doesn't get dirty, and lace could work as a mosquito net.
We have fixed this mosquito net for 4 times in an 8-year time, so every 2 years. So now again it was 2 years time to fix it and exchange the wire, but no, we are trying to find some other solutions for it. I'm trying to catch something to our skillet. Let's see. Yeah, my first fish, really small. I release. Yes. They are like perch-like fish that I'm getting a lot here, but they are really small. I don't know if they are good tasting. Maybe sometimes we bake them in a pan and make them food. But yeah, if they have this neck thing that is really sharp.
Fin. Fin should know what fin is.
Yes, fin is really sharp, like needles. Also, night we were actually going to sleep and there was this sound.
Like a mouse was rattling next to our heads, and we thought we have a mice problem inside of our van because we have previously had mice in our van.
Yeah, it was in Spain and it was really expensive. We paid 1,000 euros for the
Damage that mice did in our motor compartment.
So we went look for in the morning time where the mouse is, but it wasn't the mouse.
do you know what it was? It was a bat.
The bat actually went in the tight corners of the door there and settled there for the night.
But bats are friends. They are not so scary than mice because mice can do a really damage. But we
Got rid of it and now we are bat-free van.
Yeah. And I think this was the nature's way to show us that we have been in the same spot for too long.
And also our grey water is telling us that we have been in the same place for too long.
It reeks. It's been kind of hot. We have been parking our van in a sun, so it bubbles and it reeks sometimes. And also, we did use our last fresh water to do laundry, and that's not really that smart thing to do, because what if our van doesn't start up and you are stranded here in the rural area and you don't have any fresh water to drink?
That happens us in Romania. We were out of LPG, we were out of water.
And we got stuck.
Of course we got stuck at that point.
Yeah.
But now we are hopefully better prepared. There's a water spot like 5 kilometers away from here. We're gonna use the same water spot that we used like a week ago.
Yeah.
So we usually go through our route where we're gonna drive this time to the Ilia town to go to the grocery store and then head a little bit forward in Evi Island. And we go through what kind of water spots there is.